And I'd be like, why are you so obsessed with me?
Did you hear what they just said? Child, a whole mess. Oh, I'm about to spill this Hennessy and y'all about to sip.
Oh my God, do y'all remember that intro? That was my very first ever intro for YouTube. And I was looking in my archives and I came across that and I said, I'm going to trip all my day oneers out by playing that intro because they're going to be like, oh my God, I remember that intro. That was the original intro to Hennessy Reviews. Now, of course, we have evolved and we have like 5011 million intros. And I know everybody's favorite one, everybody's favorite one is the one with Toot Jones on there. Big poppin', money in the bank, coming dropping the deposits, having it my way. So So everybody knows that one, loves that one. And of course, for Straight Henny Media, it's the Boy Don't Play. Everybody loves Boy Don't Play. Okay. But I wanted to do that throwback for you guys. But top of the top, phenomenal fresh start to everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, that girl Henny, and this is Spiked Coffee in the Morning. So if you are new here, welcome, welcome. Please be sure to like, comment, and of course, subscribe. Click that notification bell, select all so that you get notified whenever I do a video. And if you are a returning Mob Down Henny Gang member, I can't snap no more, you guys. Now let's get into this hot spiked coffee, okay? Nobody likes cold coffee. Everybody likes hot coffee. So let's get into it. Now, on IG this morning, just a little while ago, I was telling everybody that, there's going to be some changes coming along to Hennessy Reviews, getting back to some of my roots and the things that actually made me and make me Hennessy Reviews, the things that got me into this game, the things that people that are my day oneers loved and need back in their lives. So that will be happening. But we were speaking about something, and I want to go a little bit deeper into it because I watch her content. I'm subscribed to her channel. If you're not subscribed to her channel and you don't know who I'm talking about, I am talking about Gigi. Gigi, if you remember from the videos that I did over here, exposing loose cannon a while ago. Let me see if I can find it. Ooh, child, I've been working. I've got a lot. Is this it? No. I've got a lot of stuff open. Jeez Louise. Okay, I'm not even gonna. But anyway, I had covered her video before, two videos, as a matter of fact, on her, where she was posting on her IG and she was talking about her experience with loose cannon, and she was bringing the domestic violence that they shared, well, not that they shared, but that she had gone through while dealing with him, being married to him. Luce and Charisse were out here in these streets denouncing her child, making it seem like she was just this delusional woman that was full of lies. They came up with a whole script about, oh, she got a fake signature on the wedding certificate, that the baby, she came back, her and Luce were together, and she came back, and the timing of the baby, it didn't match up with the time that they had spent together. Here's the videos right here for y'all. These two videos. Y'all been around, y'all seen these videos right here. I'm gonna go here, or no, I'll go here. Yeah. So these two videos right here, parts 1 and 2, and I had shared with y'all, her proof. I went into the records. Matter of fact, let me see if it was this video. I think it's this video. Hold on. Yes. I pulled the marriage records from the Nevada database. That's when we were talking about the other marriages that he had been into. Remember, we got into that. and I was pulling the records online, and I pulled from the Clark County clerk's office, sheesh, the records, and was showing you guys that he had been married more than one time, and that there were two marriage certificates that were on the record, but it was the one in July where they actually went through with the marriage. And so Charisse has been out here saying that he was never married to her, that it was a lie, but we were able to debunk that. Remember? 2020. There's another one here. I don't know why there was two, but this to say that he was not married to Jasmine, sweetheart, if you said that you looked online, what were you looking at? And what were you looking for? Because here it is right here, because it says July 17th of 2020, he and Gigi were married. So if y'all remember that video, then y'all remember that I already put that out there. There was the whole IVF story. If y'all remember, she did this is the marriage certificate here from Vegas that I had pulled. If y'all remember, if y'all don't, y'all can go back and y'all can watch the video. And I had already pulled up the corporal infliction injury on a spouse. We went through a lot of this stuff. There were some things that we did not know because we did not have the whole story. Okay. And this is what I try to tell you guys. When we're following a story based off of court docs and police records, there's always going to be things that are missing from the story because we don't have all of it. We're just going off of the docs. We can make assumptions. We can, we could come to some type of hypothesis. I really love that word, hypothesis, based off of what it is that is shared with us through the docs, through things that we find online. But Charisse and Luce were really out here not even doing their big one, just horrible, the things that they were doing and saying. And so Gigi has decided that enough is enough. And she decided that she was going to come out and she was going to start telling her truth. And she has been, okay? She has been blowing it up. Do you hear me? She has been blowing it up. I want to take y'all over to her channel real quick so that you guys can see. And I'll drop her link if you got, for you guys. In the description of this video. I did not make a description, and I know other content creators who have told me to stop doing that. They're like cringing when they see this, but this is her channel right here, Big Gigi, and the @ is I am her Gia. Okay, I am her Gia, and as you can see, she has been putting these videos out. Now, it's been a full-on attack. We did talk a little bit about yesterday, the fact that IBM Hoodlum did go at her and was making some threats on her. And I never commend a man for going after a woman, but there's a narrative that they were trying to spin. Charisse has called her crazy. Luce has called her, to Ashley. We are going to call him Ashley, okay? Your mama named you Ashley. I'm going to call you Ashley. But Ashley has called her crazy. And now Hoodlum is trying to say that she is schizophrenic. When in all actuality, if you are a man and you're saying, let's link. If I say to you, prime example. When that indirect threat was made towards me, I said, it's up. When I said, it's up, that meant I was going to drag online. I was going to dig and make it my mission to expose online. That did not mean that I was going to run down on 3-finger duty shooter pee liquor. That's not what that meant. It just meant it was up and it's stuck. Like now it's on. Now I'm going to go back and forth in this content on you. So when she said that, he took that as, it's up. And so then he started making, let's link. Where's the niggas? Let's link. And the type of temperature and timing that he was on that call, well, let's just say, if you want to watch that video for yourself, you can go over to her channel And this is the video right here. Henny Glasses in the chat if y'all want me to play a little bit of it, because I was supposed to do a video on it yesterday, but life. You understand? Life. What's popping to everybody down in the chat? I'm waiting to see Henny Glasses go up, because if y'all want to watch it, we can watch a little bit of it. I could play a little bit of it for you guys that were here. I mean, that weren't here or that didn't hear. I'm just putting some comments on here. Excuse me. When I say it's up, I'm feeling myself. I was popping. Okay, so I'm seeing the Henny Glasses in the chat. All right, so we're gonna play a little bit of the video for you guys so y'all can hear it for yourselves. Let me go back to the beginning.
Yes, how can I help you? What do you, first of all, you're calling a woman, what type of man calls and makes threats to a woman? I don't even know you. I do not know you. Who? You're texting me asking to link. Why are you texting a woman asking to link? Why are you asking a woman to link? Why are you asking me to link? What was your reason for asking me to link? Who are you talking about? Who? Because you texted me and said you wanted to link with me. I don't link with men. 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 Who's gangsters? Who's a gangster? Who am I speaking to? Because you text me and said you wanted to link with me.
Now, if you missed it, I know I'm good. I promise you, I'm good. I'm not going too far. But we'll talk. So now, if you're confused as to what she's talking about and why he's talking about, oh, you don't rewind. If you're confused because you haven't been following it as to what is going on and what is she talking about that he texted her, well, IBM Hoodlum did okay, he did do his own video as well. And in his video, as you can see right here, he put up the text messages. But the problem that I have with this is there's text messages above this. He only started the video there at those text messages. But where's the rest of them? I'm a little bit of confusion right now, because let me see if I could show y'all. Because I zoomed in on it yesterday and I was like, they're right above this yesterday, right here. Can y'all see it? It's very, very faint. But can y'all see that right there? That is a text bubble, which means that there was right up here. Can y'all see my mouse? Yeah, right here. This is a text bubble. This is a reflection of whatever's in his background. But right under that, can I zoom in some more? I can't zoom in no more. That means there was a conversation going on prior to that. Prior to that. So all of this, yes, dead homies and all of that, you were banging on her over the phone. Okay. And you know, she said, so you talking about me on your live calling me bitter. Okay. Which he did make a live where he did call her bitter. All right. And so now he's clapping back at her with the whole don't text me, you on live, in videos telling on niggas, saying government names. That's the shit that I listen. First of all, we talked about this yesterday. She's a civilian. Civilians are not snitches. At least that's the code that I understood when I came up. Maybe I'm wrong. Civilians are going to do what civilians do. And what do civilians do, ladies and gentlemen? If they've never been out in the streets, banging, slanging, scamming, robbing, if they never been out in the streets, if they were never affiliated with any of that stuff at all, were never in that type of a lifestyle, they're civilians. You break into a civilian's home, they're calling the police. You put your hands on a civilian, they're calling the police. And that's how it goes. Her saying their government names, their names are already out there. Like, did you not know? Do you not know that we already knew that there was IBM dudes involved? And I'm not saying this because it's something that's a revelation. This is information that's already out on the internet. So if people already knew that people from your crew were involved in that no jumper beatdown, then what do you think it's never going to come out what their government names were or are? There are other YouTubers out there that do what I do and they go hard. And they have the government names already. So to me, it was like, first of all, you're stepping for Charisse. And the reason why I'm saying he's stepping for Charisse is because prior to this incident right here with the text messages and all of that, Gigi had to get a new page because Gigi had exposed Charisse's OnlyFans. We talked about this yesterday, but now we have a little bit of receipts to give you a little context. So she goes, Charisse that is, goes and has a conversation with Ashley on the phone when he calls in and is recording it and is talking about the situation with her posting the OnlyFans, her being Gigi, posting Charisse's OnlyFans on her YouTube and her YouTube getting took down, but her YouTube went right back up. She started a new page, it went right back up. Or either she got the page back, it's back. IBM Hoodlum was talking about, you can't see the video because the video is gone. It's talking about, oh, she came out and she was playing with Charisse's videos and blah, 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 blah. And then he says her page went down and it came back up. And how do you know? He talked about how her followers she was knocking on the door of monetization. So how do you know that if you weren't watching her page? But never mind all of that. Charisse went in and told Luce about what happened. And immediately we start seeing that there is a friction between Hoodlum and Gigi, where now he's coming at her and he's posting this, but there's a text bubble above yesterday at 9:54 p.m. So what was the conversation ahead of that? I mean, if we're going to show receipts, we need to show full receipts, right? Right. So for me, it's giving, he's stepping in the name of Charisse. I don't know. I'm not putting any accusations out there on anyone, but I just find it really weird that I find it very weird that dude would be going so hard for somebody else's wife. Okay? He didn't come out when Gigi first started her page, and you cannot say that Gigi just started doing this because in all actuality, Gigi's first video was in April. Now, I have that video because I was recording the video so that I could come back and I could talk about it with you guys later. Right here. This is backstage in my StreamYard. This is what I titled it as. Gigi tells also that I knew what the video was, but it says right there, April 21st, 2025, 5:15 p.m. on the East Coast. She's been out. So you didn't find out that she was out here dropping receipts on Luce and talking about how their marriage was a scam and showing her proof of receipts of her marriage, of the IVF, of the domestic violence. You didn't find out. Oh, I didn't show y'all. You didn't find out about her being out here in these streets telling her truth until that night. Use a lie. And if that is the case, then that means that you definitely are stepping. Now, Charisse gave off an air of she didn't care that she was dropping receipts, showing the OnlyFans and all of that. She acted like she didn't care, but then here came Hoodlum. Why are you stepping so hard and why are you going at this girl? And then his wife got involved because that was who you heard on the recording saying, well, link with me. Here's the thing. If you don't know the story, settle in. Let me give you a brief little synopsis of everything. Charisse and Luce went on a press run. During that press run, I told y'all there was a denouncing of the marriage. There was a denying of the child. Gigi's whole mission has been, you played with my kid on this internet. The internet is forever. I don't ever want my child to come on this internet and see all of this stuff that's being said about her, and I didn't do anything. She has also made it very clear, which we already saw when we pulled up those divorce records. We saw he only showed up to court one time. He never bothered to show up to court any other time, and he could have showed up via a video conference. He never was bothered with trying to get a divorce. And you cannot marry somebody while you are still married to somebody else. Let's go there. But anyway, so Charisse is now, not Charisse, sorry, Gigi. Gigi is now saying, I can get this divorce. We can do this thing right now. But now the ball is in my court. She doesn't just want a divorce. She wants him to relinquish all of his parental rights. Me personally, I feel like if you don't have anything, you don't want to have anything to do with your child, you want to get on the internet and you want to play and denounce our child and act like it's not your kid when we went through IVF, which is a whole process, then why would you even want to be bothered with this child? So those are her terms. Sign over your parental rights and I will complete this divorce. Now, I don't know. People have mixed emotions about this. Some people are feeling like, oh, okay, well, Gigi, just let it go. Some people are like, no, I feel you on that. Leave us alone. To me, it's saying, I don't want to have anything to do with you. I don't want you around me. I don't want you around my child. Then there's the stories of his other children, because Gigi has come out and said he has 6 children. One of his oldest children, allegedly, he pulled a stick out on his older child. Don't have the story, the full story of everything, but so Charisse running around talking about that's his only kid. That's a lie. There's 5 other children before that baby that she has with him. And I feel like this. They are a married couple. Regardless to what their status was, you know, when you came into communication with him and started dealing with him, the fact of the matter is that's still her husband on paper, right? Right. You were not around for the whole process. You were not around for the duration of their marriage. If you were not around during any points in time, when it comes down to the union that they were involved in, you have no place to say anything. And I'm going to say this as a woman, a lot of times women will get involved in situations that have nothing to do with them on behalf of their man. Because your man is giving you his version of the story. So now you get his side and you're supposed to have your man's back, right? But you are not supposed to be involved in situations that have nothing to do with you. And I feel like this. When it comes down to a man's relationship with his baby mama, with his ex-wife, those are situations that you should not be involved in unless you were made to be involved. And at that point in time, if she's going at you and y'all two have a beef with each other, the beef should be between the two of you over whatever is going on between the two of y'all, because you were not in that relationship. You were not privy to what was going on. So speaking on something without having all of the facts, stay out of it. Stay out of it. But the fact that Charisse got involved and started running her mouth, running the narratives that he was telling her, saying it loud and proud as if it was the God's sanctified and stamped and sealed truth, talking about she went and looked up the marriage record. First, she said she didn't find nothing. Then she says, oh, she had somebody stand in and do a fake signature. None of this even makes sense. At the end of the day, if anything, you should be encouraging your husband, baby daddy, to get a divorce from Gigi. And as far as hoodlum, what are you going at Gigi for? That's weird to me. Charisse has a voice. Charisse had a voice when Cannon was out. Ashley. She had a voice when Ashley was out. She had no problem slandering Gigi's name. She had no problem speaking. I don't care all of that. Oh, I love kids. And da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But you're running a narrative. It would have been different if he was running the narrative and you didn't say nothing at all. But you chose to involve your 2 cents. So why isn't Charisse speaking for Charisse? Why is Hoodlum speaking for Charisse? Why is Hoodlum speaking for Cannon, for Ashley? You weren't in the situation with them. You weren't around during that time, so you can't speak to nothing. And the fact that he said he's only acknowledging 2 things, the marriage and the child, is ludicrous to me when there's paperwork, documentation that backs up that there was domestic violence. And that's what she has spoken on. And yes, she has been exposing the scams, the shams, and the lies of Charisse and Luce. And I feel she's justified. If you gonna get out here and spread lies on me and my child, I'm coming for you. So if y'all have not been over there to Gigi's channel, y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to her channel, run it up. She does go live. She does also do videos of this stuff showing her receipts. What did you say, Gam? I bet anybody Charisse on this month and that girl outside already. She a bird. Well, shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now. So I just feel like, you know, Gigi, keep going. Okay. Keep doing your thing. Stand for you and your child. Super Dub Nation says, IBM Hoodlum gave Luce more time by threatening her on YouTube. He claims it wasn't a threat, but come on, bro. And you got too much testosterone towards a woman you don't know, a woman you weren't privy to knowing, a woman you weren't privy to being around, and you're trying to fight against documents, actual records, videos, screenshots. Stay over there. Do your Sunday service with Charisse. You know, when he was out here dragging Wack, I was here for it. I'm not here for this dragging of Gigi. That lady's been through enough. And if you watched any of her videos, if you watch the videos that I did on her, or you go to her IG channel, she has posted her injuries that she sustained. Imagine having to hold a baby with a black eye. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Do better, be better. But in the midst of all of this, there is somebody who is trying to move in on Gigi, and Gigi, run. Because who is trying to move in on her is old 3-finger duty shooter. Now, y'all know good and darn well that man was not about to let anything go down without him being a part of it. Okay? He's trying to get his hooks in this story. I told y'all that yesterday. But here's a little reminder of some things, because this
Super Bowl weekend, we got the crew. Say what's up. Super Bowl weekend, we got the crew. Say what's up.
now. Am I showing y'all? Because y'all know sometimes I got a habit of thinking I'm showing something and I'm not. I am. There you have Luce, Charisse, R&B, and Wack together. And now Wack is in his feelings because Charisse has said that Wack doesn't contribute and that she was waiting for him to send her some incredible diapers. And Wack decided to crash out on Academic Show, going off on Charisse. But they was just all together. They was all just together. Hold on. Let me get a little bit of that for y'all up on this one. Let me get that up here on this screen for y'all really quickly. I am not supposed to be showing y'all no content in the morning, but I have to. All right, let's listen to a little bit of what he was saying on academics.
Because if they want war with me, they want to play with me. They don't want to fuck with me. They don't want to fuck with me, bitch. Hey, yo, bro, on some real shit, she don't want to play with me, bro, because I've been holding back. Fuck you mean? Your last check came from me. Fuck you talking about right now.
Yeah, I don't think she want war with you. I think, you know, it's kind of like how Brick is. It's kind of like
your last hustle. Everything I put on the table, hey, yo, bro, I don't owe Loose Cannon a motherfucking thing. I don't owe her a motherfucking thing. And I hope she wasn't playing with me, bro. Because if I go, it ain't going to be nice.
No, wait till you see this.
You know me.
Just wait till you see this. Like, I don't think it's that bad.
What you talking about? Running my fucking name.
Yeah, just wait till you see it.
Yes, bitch. Is we live right now? Because I go up.
Yeah, no. Don't. She's also a woman dealing with a man in jail. Like, you got to have some type of...
Man, I don't give a fuck about none of that. She better stay in her motherfucking place, my nigga.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm laughing, because academics is like trying to get his sentence out, and he's just like, yeah, you said something you shouldn't have said. But then again, maybe Wack is overreacting.
Stay in your fucking place with me. I don't fuck with you. I don't know you like that. Fuck, she all on the line. Nah, check this out, Act. I gave them access to you. You understand what I'm saying?
That's true.
I'm the fuck with your disloyal ass get on the line that you got access. You think you something more than what you ain't. You not that. And play with my name, bro.
Yeah, I think they're generally just trying to ask for help, you know?
Ain't no generally shit. Don't play with my name, Act. That ain't cool.
So don't play with his name, but he could play with other people's names all day long and play games with other people's lives all day long. But nobody can play with his name. Mind you, Wack is Luce and Charisse's son's godfather. And at some point during this recording, if y'all want to watch it, y'all could go over there to DJ Academics channel and watch the whole thing in its entirety. I am going to do a reaction to it. I may be a little late with it, but I don't care. I'm still going to put my content out for those who don't frequent the other channels, because I do have people, shout out to y'all, who do get their news from me. So I'm appreciative of y'all. I will do a reaction. But you know, when academics reminds him that that's his godchild's mother, he's like, F that B. Now, why is Wack doing all of this when they were just all cool? It was all good just a week ago. Because he's trying to move in on Gigi. Because now he sees that Gigi is the new thing. Gigi is the thing that's going to go up. Not only that, you heard him. You want war? My thing is this, though. He don't ever have this type of timing for those dudes who have called him out for a squabble. When it's something that he doesn't want to talk about, the first thing he says is, I don't know that nigga. I don't know him. I don't know her. Remember when Adam brought up Jay Diggs to him and he said he didn't know who it was? You know exactly who Jay Diggs is. And every other content creator that has called you out for a squabble. That list is long. Okay? He's got squabbles waiting for him across the country, okay, from sea to shining sea. People are trying to get at him, but now I'm going to tell you what I believe is happening here. And you know, I could be wrong because I'm just a woman, and I like saying that because people like to try to throw that in my face. I'm just a woman. But what I see happening here is they never fully recovered from that whole no jumper incident. That whole no jumper incident backfired on Wack big time. Okay. So now Wack is trying to sever his tie with Loose Cannon because right before Loose went into jail, they were going back and forth with one another. Okay. Remember, Loose was saying that he did not agree with 600 and Wack's police ways. And so now what he's going to do is try to use Gigi to take Loose Cannon down. That's my vision and my version of it from what I see. And Charisse just amplified it and put it further into play. But Gigi, stay away from Wack. Okay? If you don't know anything, you need to go and see the long history of what happens with people who get too close to him. You need to go see the long history of what happens when you are of no use to him any longer. In this same recording, let me see if I could fast forward towards the end when he starts telling academics basically like
straight up,
keep them off of your podcast, brother to brother.
I'm not playing in that world. Me, bro. I'm a great friend.
Yeah.
But trust me, niggas don't want to play with my name as no clout. Everything done. And you never get paid for your work. And we talking about a couple million.
Okay, where is it? I'm gonna
he gonna come take my life one day, and I accept that. Nigga better leave. I know that woman been calling there playing with my name, bro. Calling there playing with my name.
All right, let's bring this back up. This is towards the end, so we're gonna listen to a little bit more of it, but be prepared because he's yelling.
The fuck you may be, as a man, I'm gonna stand a man, bro. I know that woman been calling there playing with my name, bro.
Wack. Forget I ever said anything. Forget, because I don't want you to be like this.
Fuck out of here.
Forget I ever said anything. Hey, no, bro.
Check
bring
this
it down.
out.
Bring it down.
You my brother, Act? Cut that off, homie.
Bring it down.
Straight like that.
Yeah, no, we're just getting the dirt
Act,
conversation.
I'm coming to you as a brother, Act. Cut that off, bro. Ain't no nigga use my platform to violate Act. That's out. Especially no nigga Act put me with. If they don't know how to fucking respect the platform and the space and acknowledge the nigga that put them there, fuck them. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, you're making sense. But why? I want you to hear it for yourself.
I'm not hearing shit. My name shouldn't have been fucking mentioned.
So now he controls academics' platform. And, you know, shout out to Stand On It Media. I was in his live yesterday. He was reacting to it. I happened to be like, you know, scrolling through because I'm trying to get my content together for the day. Because let me tell you something. Life as a content creator, some people have it very easy because they only deal with one thing and one thing alone, and they stay to that, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So they just go where they go, and they go and they react. They do what they do. Me, I pull paperwork. I digest content. I clip things up and make, which, by the way, y'all are going to be starting to get videos on this stuff more so than lives, just so that y'all get a heads up. So please make sure that your notification bell is selected to all, that you have all of your notifications on so that you don't miss a post when I make it. I am going to start utilizing the post section of my channel as well to let you guys know there. Follow me on IG. My IG is heavy on Krishan. Okay, I'm letting you know that now. It's heavy on Krishan. It's gangsta and gossip and Krishan over and Blueface over here. But on IG, it's very heavy on Krishan. But just watch my story post, because whenever I post a video, I usually post the thumbnail with a link to that video in my story post. And I post random things in my story post as well. I post morning scripture for everybody to start their day off right. And then we get right into the nitty gritty. And I post a combination of things, comical things, things about Sagittarius, because we're the only zodiac sign with a weapon. Okay. Oh, I thought somebody was trying to Look, I'm a Sag, 12-3. 1, 2, 3, baby. Simple. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Anyway, let me bring it down. But follow me over on my IG so that you guys can keep up with the post as they, the videos as they go up. But I'm going to start bringing my flavor of video back, which I enjoy doing. And we'll still keep Spike Coffee in the morning. Please make sure that you guys tune in on, I believe it's going to be Monday and Friday, but don't quote me, for Media Showdown. I'm going to bring that over here from Straight Henny Media, bring it over here where it's a platform of us up here giving our opinions, our views, and our takes on the content that we found the most interesting. So please, y'all tune in, support. We're making some changes to this channel. We're about to go do some things differently. Okay. Aquariuses rule the world. Aquariuses. I'm going to be nice. But what I'm going to say is y'all have blue face that has tarnished y'all. Okay? Blue faces in Aquarius. No, but anyway, shout out to everybody that's out there. But yeah, definitely. So I'm going to be doing a video on this. But anyway, academics, first of all, he's a good content creator, even though I don't really put him like that. Because that moment right there is what has everybody watching, okay? That clip, everybody is talking about this clip right now. But because academics, I'm going to get to what was happening in the chat on Stand On It Media, but give me a second. But because academics has called Wack out and was questioning him about things, and him and Wack kind of got at it a little bit, just a little something. But Wack and Ack know that it is beneficial for them to remain friends or remain cordial with one another than it is for them to go their separate ways. Now, what is it that Wack has on academics to where academics even would allow him to say who he can and can't have on his platform? Y'all forget he has essay cases out there. Remember, we covered that. We followed that. He's got cases out there. And who knows what else he has going on. Remember, Wack outed him about him drinking, talking about, you drink and then you get behind the wheel of a car. And so there's things that he's probably dangling over top of academics' head. Because Wack doesn't do anything with people unless he could have leverage on you or he feels he's smarter than you. And at the end of the day, I will say a lot of the people that he does run these plays on, he does have an intellectual step above them. Case in point, Loose Cannon, 600 pennies. Just saying. Adam is not, slow as we think. He's not short, but slow. Adam is caught in a catch-22. Okay, Adam is caught under contract with Wack. But I believe the minute that Adam can get away from Wack, he probably will. Because since he's gone into business with Wack, he's been more of a liability than an asset to him. And with No Jumper going broke, you got to think, allegedly going broke. But you got to think, if he's downsizing and doing all of that for real, and that wasn't just a play, he talked about how people don't want to come to No Jumper and do interviews anymore. That's cutting him from expanding his brand. That's cutting him out of getting a bag. You're costing him money. Wack has had a hand at being present, at minimum, being present during the No Jumper brawl. And had Wack not brought Ashley up there with him, that would have never happened. You understand? Then not only that, you got the cease and desist order that came down from Big U from Ashley getting up there and lying on Big U. It's just been one thing after another. And now No Jumper is named in multiple federal indictments because it's mentioned in Big U's indictment. It's mentioned in Brick Baby's indictment. That's 2. That's multiple. And I'm quite sure, well, no, it is touched upon. If it's not well, by name, yes. 3, loose cannon. It's one big case, but the individual indictments involve no jumper. Isn't he in business? Isn't Vlad in business with CS2 as well? Yes, he is. Vlad allows him to come up to the platform. I don't know what kind of contract they have because Vlad has never talked about it. And I've never heard Wack talk about it. But Vlad is not as easy a pushover from what I see. Because Vlad lets it be known, like he let it be known, I don't have any issues with Big U. He didn't engage in any Big U slander. So then there's that. But this is just ridiculous. You know, it's ridiculous the way that all of this has been blown out of proportion. And let me tell you something. When I said that it's about to get weird out here in these internet streets, oh, baby, mark my words. Just wait for it. Let's get to this next story. Because this, you know, came across... I'm trying to see if I could find the exact one that I watched. Hold on. It's got to be in my history somewhere. Yeah, it's not showing. Okay. Because y'all don't need to be knowing what I be looking at when I be looking at what I be looking at. Anyway, we're going to get a little political and into a little bit of some real life situations that are going on right now as we speak. We talk a lot about gangster stuff. We talk a lot about gossip and things of that nature. But there's things that are going on in this world that really do affect us. One of the things that is going on, and I'm hoping that I could find this damn story. Okay, so it was recent. Or maybe I just rolled my mouse over it and watched it. Damn, I hope that's not what I did. But... Henny Glasses in the chat if y'all heard about a 12-year-old being deported. So apparently what had happened was this is is it a 12-year-old or a 2-year-old? Is it a 2-year-old?
Tonight, President Trump is back in the United States. Air Force One arriving at his golf club, Jersey, and Torian, the tension. What more can you tell
from Donald Trump on what?
I'm trying to find
pleas from her father to keep the children.
Okay, well, you know what? I can't find the video. When I do find the video, I will clip it up and I will post it. Here's the thing. The mother went to go do her check-in with ICE because the mother was not a citizen here, but the child was born here, so the citizen was here. And if you don't know, that's something that's very common, especially here in Florida. My mom works with high-risk pregnancies, and a lot of women come from other countries here, and they're high-risk pregnancies. And once they have a baby, there's a law that is in place that once they have a baby here, the baby is a citizen, and then they stay here. So this mother, she was pregnant again, and she had the child here. They went to go check in with ICE. ICE snatched them all up and was deported. Now, here's the debate that is going on. They're saying that a citizen is not supposed to be deported, that it's a violation of constitutional rights. And so there's an uproar about children born here in this country that are being deported with their parents. The problem that I'm seeing that can occur from this is, first of all, if we're going to have these types of stipulations put into play, then make the parents citizens. If the person is pregnant, make them a citizen. If you're not going to make them a citizen, then what are we doing with the children? Because to take a child, because it's a no-win situation when you look at it, if you ask me, and we're talking about, it's not about the politics. Okay. Understand that this is about humanity. This is not about the politics. So don't go red and blue on me. Don't go orange on me. We're talking about the children. Okay. If this child would have been left behind, where would this child go? Who would be this child's caregiver at this point? If the mom is deported, the sibling is deported that was not a citizen, and the child is left behind because the child is a U.S. citizen, what does that now mean for this child? Would this child now go into the system? You put this law into play for a reason. Our system sucks. Well, I don't know if I agree with that, Yadameen, about it being the parent's choice, because at the end of the day, if you're deporting, you're deporting. They're snatching people off the street. They have ICE checkpoints where they're snatching people up and deporting them. But I mean, not to get into all of that, but my thing is, when we're talking about the children, a citizen should never be an option for deportation because they're a citizen. That's like someone coming to my house and telling me they're deporting me to France. You can't deport me. I was born here. I'm a citizen of this state. That means now this child is in another country as an immigrant illegally and are not protected by rights. But this is a child. Adults, yeah, listen. Adults make choices. Children do not have choices. I think this is just, I think it's sad. I really do. I really do. And I'm not going to get into any other portion of that conversation because we're not turning into that type of a channel. And people often get into heated debates over their political stances, views, and beliefs and all of that. But I just wanted to bring that up because that's a real life situation that is happening where a citizen is gone from the United States. Regardless of how you feel about it, that's a child. Also, did you guys hear about China saying that we bought this on ourselves with Trump? Where is that video at? I know I saw it. Oh man, I think I recorded it. I'm gonna do a video on that as well because listen, it ain't just the internet that's getting real janky and weird out here. It's everything. Everything is janky and weird right now. And the sad part about it is those of us who are here that have to deal with this, you know, when I say those of us that are here, I'm talking about the working class, all of us that are out here busting our behinds just to pay bills. Because we really, you know, you could skim away a couple dollars so that you could have a little relief in your life. But I don't know what's going on in the world. I don't know what's going on the internet. I don't understand any of this. This is crazy work. But for me, if I was in that position, send my child with me when she reaches a certain age, she may return here. That could be an option that they're looking at as well. I don't know. I just know like just got to do better. This country is trash. If you're watching from outside the United States, it's trash. It's trash. It's not all it's cracked up to be, okay? I'm just going to say it. Nobody else is. I'm just going to say it. Anyway, well, I think that's going to do it for Spike Coffee this morning because I have videos that I need to make, schedules that I have to get on, and meetings that I have to have as well. I need to also get my business back up and running for you guys. I have orders that I need to make. I think something is in the water, honey. Probably. I don't know. And if it is, then what else are we supposed to drink? Because I like water. Anyway, Gigi, please stay away from Wack. And if you do proceed with hella caution, because there's always a play when it comes down to him. Nothing is ever done out of the kindness of his heart. He is always looking for, hey, I know you want my attention, but chill out. Relax. There's always a play. There's always a catch-22 when it comes to him. So please be very mindful if you decide to proceed and move forward. Do so with caution. Charisse, stay out of married people business, even though that's your man. Stay out of married people business. Also, Gigi has made an announcement. She said, even though Charisse is saying not to use their content, if anybody would like to use any of the content that includes her husband on paper, contact her. And her entertainment lawyer will run you a piece of paper that will give you permission to run her husband's content, because at this point in time, she has legal say over Luce. If Luce can, and let me just end it with this. If something were to happen where Luce got sick, had to go on life support, I'm not speaking it out, hypothetically speaking, something happened and he passes away, Charisse does not have a say in anything. His mama don't have a say in anything. His brother doesn't have a say in anything. Gigi is the one that would have the final say over everything that has to do with him. That means that she holds the power as to whether or not to pull the plug. They're divorced. She's the current standing wife. So, my suggestion is, if you want to move on with your life, sign over your rights and let Gigi go. Because right now, she's got a lot of power and a lot of say-so. That's what I'm going to say. She's got a lot of power. She's got a lot of say-so. Something to think about. That means that right now, everything you try to do, she can undo. Legally. Child, it's about to get real interesting. But anyway, all right, y'all, that's going to do it for this edition of Spike Coffee in the Morning. I don't know. I felt like I was a little all over the place, and that's because I didn't have my coffee this morning. But I always enjoy spending time with y'all. Y'all, I mean, you gave me something to look up and look into. I appreciate you. So thank you. Because I don't know if it's a choice or not. I just know that when they come to deport, they take everything and everyone and they ship you away. That's my understanding of it, but you gave me something to go look at. So I'm definitely going to be looking at that. So I appreciate that. I love when people give me something to look at and learn. I love learning. I'm sapiosexual. I love learning. But anyway, I don't know if I'll be back later. I don't usually come back later, but I'm hearing a lot of complaints from people that don't catch the morning, that I need to do something in the afternoon. So I'm going to work on that. But anyway, I love y'all. Remember to vibe high so that the bullshit don't stick. Stay away from the 3-finger duty shooters and the 2-finger shay shays. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace, y'all.